So today what I want to start out with, and if you saw the presentation on the website, you'll see that the community organizing is divided into 6 stages: assessing the community, creating an action team, developing an action plan, mobilize to action, implement, and evaluate. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over a community assessment. This community assessment was done in collaboration with the Odessa Community Leadership Forum, and all of its research were done by, so we appreciate all the research that was put into this. A couple of questions. How well do we know our community? Do you know our community? Do we know our community's demographics? Do we know our current leadership? Do we know what efforts have been done to develop leadership? And of course, what kinds of strategic thoughts do we need to start thinking about now for the future? So let's start out with our community demographics. We're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about population, voter potential, student enrollment, pregnancies, some health issues, poverty and household income, and population issues. Those are some of the things that we'll talk about to be part of the community graphics presentation. Ector County demographics. The total Ector County population, 143,546. This was the 2008 estimate for Ector County. As you can see, and there's no surprises here. You know, we have 44.9% non-Hispanic, 47.9% Hispanic population. And then you can see the other ethnic groups on the smaller end. Odessa demographics. As of the 2006 population estimates, at 99,459. Once again, no surprises here. But what you can see an emerging Hispanic population here at 49% of the population being Hispanic. You know, so looking at this, we can start to begin to see the opportunities for engagement and engaging the Hispanic community, you know, moving forward. Okay, this is the fun part. Ector County voter potential. There are a total of 89,474 potential voters in Ector County. 70,259 are actually registered to vote. And just some just really significant numbers here that just really stand out. For the May election of last year, that was the municipal elections, out of the 70,259, only 4,060 voted. Even more astounding is in the general election in November, 36,481 voted. So you can see that, you know, over 30,000 registered voters didn't vote or participate in the general election. And you can just see how many didn't participate in the municipal elections. So we can begin to see even more opportunity to engage the community. Different ideas and different things on engaging the community, such as get out the vote programs, you know, those types of things, registration, voter registration, because you're going to find either, because of this significant difference, either some people can't vote because of their status, or they just don't care, don't want to register, and don't bother to vote. So you can see some opportunities where we can actually engage the community. Let's take a look at ECISD for a moment here. You can see at the very bottom here, you're going to see the totals, and this is the 7-year total. The total dropouts over the past 7 years, since 2001 to 2008, there was a total of 3,579 dropouts. Now, what actually stands out here again, you can see on the Hispanic dropout, out of those, 2,211 were Hispanic, and the non-Hispanic dropout was 1,368. So you can see 61.8% of the total dropouts over the last 7 years were Hispanic. So that kind of, again, this is from the TEA. Again, you start to see more opportunities for engagement. You know, things, what are organizations doing now to address these things, to bring these kinds of issues to the forefront? What can an organization, a community-based organization, do to bring these kinds of issues up to the forefront to make sure these types of things are addressed and we begin to see these numbers start to fall? I mean, and Mario makes good points is when we see these significant, these statistically significant numbers, these are things that we need to start to formulate ideas to address these things to ECISD, coming up with solutions at the community level to address these issues. So kind of gets those juices. So flowing. And so when we start to create our action team and developing an action plan, this could be something that we need to start to really focus on. Continuing on ECISD numbers. Actually, this is teenage birth. I'm sorry, Edgar County. This one just kind of, you know, I have a teenage daughter and a much younger daughter, and so this just kind of stood out big time. When you look at the total, these are children, young girls 19 and under, 10 to 19 years of age. The total pregnancies between 2001 2004 of girls from age 10 to 19 was 1,958. Okay, now you can start to see some really significant numbers that just kind of jump out at you. The first one that I see right here, you can see that 1,319 of those pregnancies were Hispanic young girls between the ages of 10 and 19. So that's a big number. It's a very big number. So this is, again, can we see some opportunities here? Are there things that we can address with our schools or with parents to bring this to the forefront? I mean, what's happening at home? What's happening in the schools? Why is this happening? That's not normal. So this is another thing that we can begin to start to look at to formulate ideas on how to address these moving forward. You can see that 68% of all teenage pregnancies are Hispanic. Just kind of jumps out there.